Now, part two is staying focused. You gotta stay focused. You know, if your confidence is at an all-time high, you gotta stay focused within your confidence. Like I'm confident that I can keep putting out good material. I'm also confident that I will do relatively well within the industry, being as though how the industry is set up now, meaning you can have ringtones now. You know, back in the 90s there were no ringtones. It was albums, videos, and that was pretty much it that I recall. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot easier now. You know, a lot easier. But staying focused is like the hardest task. You know, I was once told that it's harder to start than to stop. You know, think about that. It's harder to start than to stop. In certain situations, that do apply. It's harder to start than to stop. Like, that'll really, like, think about it. If you're trying to better yourself, like, what's the famous one? Quitting a habit. You know, or I want to quit whatever it may be. What time is usually the best time to do it? New Year's. New Year's resolution. Okay, so now your focus is the new year where you want to quit a certain habit. So the new year hit, it's about a week before the new year is coming, right? As you get closer to that week, you don't prepare. But most people don't pace themselves down a notch. They keep going this at the same pace they were going throughout the whole year. Then when that time gets closer, it's a lot harder to just stop cold turkey. It's a lot harder just to stop. You have to pace yourself. You just can't, boom, 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 and then that's that. You're done. It doesn't work like that. You have to bring yourself down notches, just like you got up to notch. Like you didn't just start full throttle in your habit. You paced yourself. You went from a little bit to a lot. Then you got to go from a lot to a little bit and stop. Like that's just how the system. That's how the steps supposed to be taken. You go from a lot to a little bit to nothing. But if you're going from how you started to a lot, and then from a lot to nothing, you don't have any in between steps. So now your focus is shot because your main priority was to quit. But now you were so focused on stopping, you didn't pace yourself in the process of quitting. You was just like, I'm gonna quit this day, and you just stopped. So then what happens is your focus becomes kind of, your perspective on what you were trying to achieve is kind of, it's kind of distorted. Like you don't know if you can do it or not. Now here comes what I talked about last time, which is the doubting era. Now you're doubting yourself. Now your focus is fading away because you didn't pace yourself. You didn't bring yourself to that point. And the rest is history. It's totally up to you now. At that point, you want to go back or do you want to remain off the substance or off the product or off whatever it was that you was doing? Me, I try to stay focused in every aspect of life. Meaning, I try to do whatever it is that I try to finish whatever it is that I start. You know, if it's and the biggest thing is I hate having to leave to do something while I'm in the zone of doing what I was doing. If that makes any sense. I hate stopping. Like once I get in the zone, I want to keep going. I don't want to stop. You know, especially if it isn't completed. I don't want to stop. Let me finish it. If that means I gotta stay later, then okay, I gotta stay later. But let me finish it. But sometimes staying later isn't always an option. You gotta go. You understand? So it's like stay focused on whatever it is that you do, ladies and gentlemen. Always stay focused. If you don't stay focused, then who's gonna stay focused for you? I can't. You know. So it's like if you don't stay focused and your company around you staying focused for you, and then eventually they lose focus because they figure, what's the point if you're not focused? Then if you had a unit that was with you, they are going to fade away as well, just like your focus. You know, focus is everything. You know, focus is why, you know, I have what I have because I stay focused. I try to stay focused because I'm not perfect. I try to stay focused. You know, I try to stay focused in everything that I do. If it's the gym, if it's at home, if it's at work, if it's at shows, whatever it is, I try to stay focused because then it's like I gotta lead by example. So when I'm giving y'all these little clips, I gotta lead by example. So if y'all see me out and about and I'm telling one of y'all who looked at this clip, I'm going to do this, I gotta do it now. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I gotta do it. So be cautious on what you say because that just might hold you back. Just like when I said I wouldn't do a dance to get put out, to get put on. The reason why I say that is because that's not my era right there. I'm within it, but that's not my era. My era is back in the 90s. That's my era. I'm an 80s baby, so it's like I I don't know, just I don't know. That doing the dance. I mean, some of the dances be cool, but then some of it, I don't know. Just that's not me, you know. But they also say sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do what you want to do. You know, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. You know, and if you're not willing to do that, then that just might be your reason why you don't get put on. That might be your reason why you don't have the uh, the financial means to do your own thing because you're not willing to sacrifice. But like I told somebody else who asked me the same question, you know, if if they wanted me to do a dance and it was like this is your opportunity right here, it would be hard, you know, because I pride myself on not doing that. But if it's for my family, that's how I would have to take it. I would have to take it on that level. My focus would have to be on my family. It wouldn't be for me no more. It would have to be for them. You know, I'm doing it for me, but at the same time, I'm doing it for them too. So it's like, okay, y'all gonna get me now. I get y'all later. You know, and that later might be a long time. So they gonna get me a lot more than I get them because they had the power. Once you sign that contract, they now own you. You know, you have to stay focused. Your priorities are different now. Your priority is making hits. That's your focus. Make hits. You know, if a dance is what they want, get them one dance. Make it simple as day. Like Fat Joe, lean back, simple. You know, just pull up your pants and lean back. Lean back. That's it. He ain't doing all, something simple. It crossed over. He was chilling. You know, that's what you would have to do. You would have to do something along those lines. That's what I would have to do. Something along those lines. But, focus is everything. Focus is everything. Like, if you don't have focus, you don't have existence. And what that mean is, it's kind of harsh to say, but what that mean is, if you don't stay focused on anything, you'll just be you'll walk around with a bunch of incompletions. Everything will just be incomplete because you don't stay focused. So you're not dependable, you're not reliable. You know, everything that I say all intertwines with one another. You know, every clip is going to be different, but it's all going to be related to the same thing. You know, so listen, I'm gonna give y'all part three, and part three is going to be dedication and persistence. I might even take persistence off, but it's going to be about dedication. You understand? So, part three coming up. Stay tuned. All right, it's your boy Living. One.